Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's boardzy. This is kind of going to be a rant video, just getting some thoughts out there on the state of the peripheral industry across the board. Not just mice, but mouse pads, keyboards, glass pads, I mean, anything in between that I'm really using. It just seems to have fully stagnated, and a tweet I made yesterday about the Zowie S2 and the Artisan Hien, saying 2025 peripherals, really inspired this, because this was a combo I was using 5 years ago in 2020, and it's just... like, there's new colors. Yes, the products are iteratively better, but it's the same formula all around. And from there, I kind of spiraled and realized that's the case for everything. Like, the foundation has just been set. It's the same with the ULX, which is a spin-off of the UL2. I mean, obviously the Starlight was in between, but it's still fundamentally the same shapes, the same products are still being used half a decade later. GPX is another case. We're coming up on 5 years since the original GPX 1's release. We finally got the mini version, but still in hand, I mean, this is a different shape experience, but it still feels like a GPX. That's why I'm so excited for a Superstrike, honestly, because it seems like it's shaking something up. And as somebody who's been, like, I've seen every release in the last 5 years, it's getting to a point where just nothing is happening and companies are just fine with the shapes they have. And I'm not saying it's bad to be a consumer or I'm like lacking good options. It's just insane to see nothing new in any product category. And when I say new, I mean something that I'm really gonna like use and put my time on. There's all sorts of stuff that comes across my desk and some of it's good, like this new M-Chose Magnesium mouse, way better than the one I reviewed like a year and a half ago. I mean, VGN, this is, I wouldn't really say it's a worthwhile high quality release, but yes, it exists, it's a budget mouse, but they don't really get the juices flowing. And yeah, I know I'm not the only reviewer who's thinking this. Fresh Reviews reached out to me about a week ago, pretty much saying the same thing, that it's just a boring space. And part of this video might also be a midlife crisis. I did recently turn 23, and I've noticed, like, I've been recommending the same stuff since I was 18. I was right back then, but it's just there's nothing new for me to recommend, really. 90% of my time has been put on high quality cloth pads, just Artisan's lineup. I also do have an unreleased Artisan pad, so I am saying like, oh, there's nothing new. Then again, I do have something quite new. I don't want to speak too much about this because it's not going to release for a while, so until I have more time on it, I don't really need to get my thoughts out there, but it's called the Repu. This is not like the final colorway or anything, and it is a speedy, like thin plastic sheet on a hard base. I'm not going to say it's identical to the Shinkai, but it plays way closer to that than anything else in the Artisan lineup. So yeah, it definitely, the initial friction is taking some getting used to, but it is a really unique pad, so it is something new. So yeah, that kind of goes against everything I've been saying. I do know of a glass mouse pad revolutionary idea, but it's not going to hit the market soon, and being realistic, knowing myself, I just put a lot of time on cloth mouse pads. I don't think it can get any better. I think peripherals may have just peaked. Which brings me to my next point. One of the two announcements in this video is that Pulsar sent me the left-handed version of the X3. So I might have a left-handed aiming arc. There is a good chance I do that, just because, once again, I gotta get some new experiences in this scene. And yeah, I know this video's been all over the place, but the same thing goes with keyboards. I've been using this Gateron GT60 forever. Originally, I was one of the first like reviewers to really hard shill the Apex Pro. Then eventually the Wooting dropped, everybody got on the Hall effect wave, and then there have been some high quality options since then, but it doesn't seem like keyboards can really be improved upon beyond this point either. So it's just an interesting time to be in the peripheral space, because if you want cheap budget options, you can probably get a keyboard, mousepad, mouse setup under $150, like solid stuff all around. But I just can't say like what the next frontier is, like what's the next big innovative product. One hasn't dropped in quite some time. I think the Superstrike has a chance of being that. At least everybody's going to redo their click technology in the next like year or two. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I just wanted to share some thoughts on the state of the scene. And yeah, one of the reasons I think everything kind of just evened out and budget options are so cheap, accessible, like solid nowadays, is that for a time, like the top tier market was 12, 18 months ahead of the rest of the competition. But in 2024, that's when mice really stopped improving. So now, like, companies have had more than enough time, really, like, since that wave of 40-gram mice, like, think Ninjutsu Sora V2, Hitscan Hyperlight, ATK F1 Extreme, that was really, like, the peak of wireless lightweight. Now we can kind of, like, get whatever shape we want in that format, Pulsar's really starting to do this with their whole lineup. And, like, what's there to do? Like, SPDT switches, like, similar to what Endgame Gear has, perhaps the Superstrike click implementation. But just with the form, like, shape of a mouse, I don't know. I want to make my own mouse shape at this point. Because I really feel like there's no better time to do it. So yeah, it's going to be the second announcement of the video. I don't know when you can expect it. I'm sure I'll make more videos throughout the process, but I'm going to be taking my first steps into creating a mouse. I truly have no idea why I just naturally did that. And yeah, last thing I want to mention, I mean, I see people have been going back to orange Artisan mouse pads, like that's just become a trend. I just think that is quite a sign of the times. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and sub, and that is all. More videos to follow. I couldn't tell you on what though.